What's up, everybody? So, yeah, that happened this morning. Shit.
Wh-
Oh,
Which
goddamn.
which big news story happened this morning? Which one are we talking
Yeah,
about?
there was a couple. Yeah, just nothing major. Nothing major.
Just overt authoritarianism, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. Just federalizing or militarizing the entirety of Washington D.C. Anyway, welcome back
And
to
Democrats
another
bowing
episode of the
down
Derp
as
State.
usual.
Yeah, of course. So we are going to talk about that. Of course, we have some other stories we're going to talk about as well. Also, real quick, big announcement. Again, I'm going to DC. I got to get to DC. I've made up my mind. I am trying to raise money immediately to go. This is extremely important. I got to get down there and document everything because I know the corporate news is not going to do it. So if you guys are interested at all, if you want an unbiased and raw version of what's happening down in Washington, D.C., I wanted to go tomorrow, but I can't go tomorrow. My mother has a couple of doctor's appointments that I got to help with. So Wednesday morning, I was planning on leaving first thing in the morning, if not late tomorrow night, and driving down to DC so I could go down and live stream as much as possible. If you guys want to help
Nice.
out, you can do so via CashApp. Is honestly the fastest way you could possibly do it. The information for that is in the description of this video. If you guys want to help out at all, I would greatly appreciate it. So yeah, it's going to be extremely interesting to see because people are rising up. People are not taking it lightly. I don't think it had the reaction, or I don't think it had the effect that they were hoping, because it seems people have taken to the streets, and other influencers are headed to DC. I know Jolly Good Ginger headed right down there. He's in DC now, and there's some other influencers down there. Someone I play video games with, she was down there today and got to catch cops and just military everywhere. So it's ridiculous. It's a fake emergency.
Yeah.
There is no war. There is no invasion. There was really no reason to do this other than this was the plan. This was Project 2025. I thought he was going to do it the first day. I even said that on previous shows that I thought Donald Trump was going to invoke the Insurrection Act on the first day, declare martial law. But no, it took a little while apparently. And yeah, I don't know if all this because a guy named Big Balls got his ass beat up the other day.
Yeah, I have no sympathy for
What
that
started all of this. That's
Yeah.
what started all of this. It's honestly insane. So we're going to talk about that, but we're also going to talk about there is a couple interesting stories that I thought were kind of funny. One is a guy who owns a chain of Trump burgers in Texas, I believe,
Yep,
is
I think
facing deportation. And TikTok. We're going to talk about TikTok a little bit because it is absolutely fucking useless.
It's horrible. It's so
Yeah,
bad.
I got banned again at like 13,000 followers.
Yeah. And I'm
You
this
can't.
close from it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been banned before. This was the largest amount of followers I've ever had, and it's disappointing. But at the same time, I honestly don't even care at this point. I enjoy watching videos on TikTok and like seeing some people post stories and stuff like that. But as far as it's not a source of income for me. Like I really didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? It was a lot of work and a lot of effort, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I really don't care. But it's gotten to the point where it's absolutely ridiculous. And I have an article that I can pull up from NPR that'll show exactly what we're talking about. The title of it pretty much tells you the whole thing from grapists to nip-nops, how self-censorship shapes the language of TikTok.
What is nip supposed to be? I don't get it.
Right. Have you noticed people using terms like unalive and pew-pews on social media? There's a reason for that. Some people are changing the way they speak on TikTok and other social media platforms to bypass what they think are algorithm blocks. For some users, it's a fun game, but for others, self-censoring certain words, like myself, crucial to being able to share lived experience and get views. Yeah, you can't call Donald Trump a pedo
Mhm.
on there.
You can't do it here either. Remember when you guys were doing ad revenue on YouTube? It's the same thing. They're doing the censorship there too.
It's not as bad on here. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what the
They won't
problem
ban
is
you,
with
but they'll
YouTube.
demonetize you. Yeah.
Right. They'll yeah. But on TikTok, it's just They're banning
Yeah.
left-wing creators left and right. Anybody who's speaking out against Donald Trump, anybody who's talking out about the Epstein files.
Yeah, you can't see Epstein without immediately getting a strike on your account. It's fucking horseshit. And we got to figure out what in the hell Xiao Zichu, the CEO of that company, what the fuck does he got at stake here that he's so desperate to hide? Is he in the files?
I know, right? At this point, like, what are we doing? But that's why I hate it. That's honestly why I hate it. You can't speak your mind. I know it doesn't. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, First Amendment." I mean, it's an app. They don't fall under the Constitution of the United. Like, freedom of speech doesn't exist on an app with moderation tools and censorship and all that stuff. But they are definitely suppressing stories, like the one about right now. You could find it because people, again, instead of calling it a protest in Los Angeles, they're calling it a music festival to get around the algorithm blocks. Jesus. Or we probably wouldn't even know. Like, if people weren't being creative on the internet, we probably would not even know that there's protests going on in LA right now. If you Google, you can find stuff now because it's starting to leak through. But yesterday or the day before, I was really looking for some videos for the show, and I was having a hard time finding any. So I'm afraid they're going to do the same thing in Washington, D.C. Also,
media blackout.
I am concerned about this as well in Washington, D.C. because of the whole Palantir thing. I don't know. So, there's something bigger at play here other than Donald Trump just got a bug up his ass because some kid named Big Balls got his ass beat. That doesn't make sense to me. This to me sounds like there's there's more at play here, and we just don't know about it yet.
Yeah, because what it is, it's the next step, because this is basically MacArthur Park 2.0, right? Mm-hmm. They tried it out here in LA. We kicked their fucking ass, and we sent them packing. Like, that's what happened. They were not successful. It was a complete disaster. It was a waste of taxpayer funds, and they got next to nothing for it except bad poll numbers. So now, because and LA is always going to be very difficult to federalize like that. It's such a huge city, so spread out. DC might be a little bit more different. It's more confined because of the geography and stuff. Mm-hmm. So maybe they'll have a little bit more luck there. But that's why it's so important for people in those areas to turn out and fight these motherfuckers off, because they do not belong here. We will not tolerate Gestapo in America.
No, I totally agree with that. And that's, like I said, that's why I want to be down there in the middle of it. I have to document what's going on. And I'll live stream as much. But I actually am charging my equipment as we speak. So if I do raise the money again, I will go. I will go Wednesday. I can't go tomorrow, but I'm committed to going Wednesday. But again, GoFundMe is great if you guys want to do it, but honestly, it takes a few days for it to go through, and then I don't want to waste that much time. This is like a 911 situation. Call to action, please, if you can help. Again, my Cash App is in the description of this video. We will get down there and bring it all to you live as much as possible. So, all right, I got off topic there. Going back to the show. Where the hell were we? Oh, TikTok. Yeah, so what other apps are there? Like, really, because Twitter's screwed. Facebook, I mean, I'm having tremendous amount of success with Facebook right now.
I don't know how you're pulling it off. I'm
at 18,000 followers. I was at like 6,000. I was at 8,000, then I lost 2, and then and now I'm up to 18 within just the last couple months. And I don't know, I don't get it, I don't understand it either. I mean, so what other apps are there? Because there's not a whole lot of censorship on Facebook. Jesus Christ. That could be worse than Twitter. It could be worse than Twitter.
That's the problem that we're running into, is even like the more liberal thing like Blue Sky, which is, the liberal equivalent to Twitter now. Even they do the censorship game, right? They censor and ban people for talking about Gaza. They've been doing that. They're still doing that because they're a bunch of dipshits. They allow piss-vaping transphobe like Jesse Singal to use their platform. And the leadership of that company does not fucking get it. To quote Justin Bieber, it's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business. Because they don't get it that each time these fascists like Jesse Singal and all these other morons from migrate from Twitter, and they want to make Blue Sky shit. And the more that they tolerate it, the more that they let it happen, the worse the experience is going to get on Blue Sky. And by the way, they have stalled. People are not posting on there as much because they haven't curated the feeds. They're not having a good algorithm so that we can see what is happening.
I get no
and they're
interaction.
allowing these assholes on there.
I get no interactions whatsoever. Substack,
Same.
Yvonne said, that's actually not a bad one. I don't post a lot. We have a Substack, but none of us really post to it.
Long backstory, but Substack is heavily Nazi friendly. They allow a lot of Nazi writers. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I mean, again, it's the marketplace of ideas. So we have to, because there's two sides to Nazis, right? Fuck off.
I know, right? So we really have no safe space at this point.
No.
Well, we're not at least being targeted. I mean, I guarantee we're on a list of some sort.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I know I am.
I'd rather be on a watch list than the Epstein list, though. I'll take that any day of the week. I'd rather be on an FBI watch list than the Epstein list.
I made a couple Epstein list jokes at the show last night, and they really landed well. So I was like, all right, I made Luigi Mangione jokes and Epstein file jokes, and I am in with the crowd. We're just there.
Yeah. I got to point out to MAGA, like, they're like, well, is he in the files? If he's not, why would he have to redact his name?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't redact something unless it's in there.
Yeah. And he is in the files. He was
100,000 times.
So that's actually apparently not accurate. I was the article was poorly cited.
Oh,
I can't remember where the 100,000 comes from, but it's not that many times. But he is in it a lot. That doesn't change the fact of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget who reported that initially. That was a
I don't remember.
too.
I saw Mehdi Hassan retweet it, and then he corrected.
Oh, that's who it was. Oh, yeah. Okay, it was Mehdi Hassan. All right.
Yeah, but he was retweeting some other poster who then tweeted him back and said, hey, no, it's actually this. Yeah, so.
I remember that now. Okay.
As much as it seems like it would be true. That's the thing with Trump. Like, just name the most awful, heinous shit. Like, you'd say he fucking killed a newborn kitten, and it'd be like, yeah, that probably happened. It just makes sense.
Well, I pulled that there was a poll done recently on a website called Ledger, Leger. I pulled it up the other day, and they asked question number 10. I remember. I can't forget it now. Was if Donald Trump was in the Epstein files, like if you saw him in the Epstein files without a shadow of a doubt, he was in them, would you still vote for him? And 47% of these disgusting human beings said yes.
Because that's in their ideology, right? That is something that Christians believe in, that they should be marrying children and women should have no say in the matter. So, it's no surprise that these people are pedophiles at heart.
But we're talking about a story tomorrow. I don't know if you guys have heard this story. I forget what state it's in right off the top of my head, but there's I can't remember. It's, they're a member of this state, the government, is changing. Their relative, had sex with a 13-year-old. Their 18-year-old relative had sex with a 13-year-old. And instead of him going to jail or getting in trouble for it, they're changing the age of consent instead to 13.
And that's what they do.
Yes, I don't want to hear them protect the kids anymore. Like, you are protecting the predators. You're not protecting the kids. You're putting the kids in danger. Right. Is what you're doing.
And we were chit-chatting about this before, but like every single time, I mean, here, I still have the list pulled up here. Where is it? Like all you have to, so I just type in Republican MAGA arrested child. And like, the first thing from The Guardian, Republican in South Carolina arrested over distribution of child porn. Prosecutors say Republican lawmakers used, the headline is cut off, use a name to send child sex material. Indicted South Carolina lawmaker could face expulsion over child porn charges. Prosecutors, Texas pastor Robert Morris indicted for child sex. It's just on and on and on. And if there was any sense in the Democrats, they would stop, especially you, Gavin Newsome, you fucking scumbag, absolute Ken doll of a politician rolled off of an assembly line. If he had any stones, he would stop throwing trans people under the bus over this whole groomer bullshit and start saying, actually, you guys are the groomers, because you do one Google search and you see there's a shitload of Republicans keep getting arrested for it. And guess what? Hashtag not a drag queen.
Yep, never a drag queen, never a trans person. It's, I talked about Nancy Mace, I think it was yesterday the other day, and she's the worst when it comes to transphobia. Like, she legitimately thinks that trans people, like, a man transitions into a woman just so they could watch her pee. Like, that is her major concern.
So gross.
She keeps going, I don't want penises in women's bathrooms. Like, A dude could walk in and watch you pee at any given moment. It's not like there's like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody could do that.
And by the way, Lauren Boebert, the same woman who's so anti-trans that she went out and flashed a bunch of children at a play watching Beetlejuice. Remember
Giving
that?
a handsy.
Giving a hand job to her boyfriend. Her son was charged with child abuse.
Oh,
what a fucking surprise.
I forgot about that.
These people are awful people, and we need to. I can't believe that this is who we're getting bullied by. We're getting bullied by the people that wear their underwear on the outside of their pants. Like, that is what's actually happening in this country, and it's so baffling that Democrats won't fucking fight back.
I don't get it. I don't get it. We feel abandoned. If any Democrats, politicians are out there listening, we feel abandoned. We voted for you so you can stop this. And so far, you haven't done a damn thing except for performative bullshit. Sending strongly worded letters. Or Cory Booker doing that dumbass shit he did. Trying to give us hope for like a little bit of time just to turn around and vote with the Republicans and vote to fund Israel.
And he still won't endorse Mamdani. Fuck Cory Booker.
It's because he is very well AIPAC funded. That's why.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's why, and that's why Hakeem Jeffries won't support Mamdani. He is AIPAC funded. But Israel does not want somebody who's against Israel running for office.
But that's why it's so weird that Richie Torres has done a full, like, what fucking happened there? He's now supporting Mamdani before Jeffries and Booker. It's fucking weird. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's very dystopian, extremely dystopian. So moving on, though, from social media, again, if you guys want to find us on social media, our link tree is also in the description of this video. Also on our channel pages, you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, which, whatever. Yeah, I mean, whatever at this point. Instagram is a good place to find us.
TikTok, I don't fucking impress.
Whatever. You know what I mean? I even put my Twitch in there now, too, for the gaming stuff. If anybody's interested in hanging out playing video games, I do Call of Duty. Battlefield 6 was dope.
I've heard really good things.
Oh, it was so fun. All right, anyway, getting way off topic. Moving on for social media, back on topic here. Let's talk about a Trump supporter who found out the hard way that just because you licked Donald Trump's boots does not exclude you from Donald Trump's policies. A man who bought and opened up a chain of Trump burger joints. These people are, it's a cult. It's a cult. You guys are weird as fuck. Like, I've never met stranger people. And has anybody noticed, like, I don't like talking bad about women, but MAGA women, I swear they're doing their makeup to emulate Donald Trump. They're doing like the dark, but the eyes are white. No makeup around the eyes. It's like they actually took highlighter and just smeared it around their face. And then they're doing the dark orange makeup. I'm like, oh man, please, dear God.
It's so
help
crazy.
us.
These people are just so fucked in the head.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't get it over Donald Trump of all people. Such a loser. All right, anyway, here is this guy finding out the hard way that voting for Trump was a bad idea.
KHOU 11 confirming the owner of Trumpburg Restaurants, which has several locations in the Houston area, has been arrested by Immigration and Customs Enforcement and now faces deportation. ICE says Roland Biani, a 28-year-old from Lebanon, overstayed his visa after entering the U.S. back in 2019. He was taken into custody in May and is now out on bond as he awaits immigration proceedings. In a statement to KHOU 11, an ICE spokesperson told us, quote, under the current administration, ICE is committed to restore integrity to our nation's immigration system by holding all individuals accountable who illegally enter the country or overstay the terms of their admission. This is true regardless of what restaurant you own or political beliefs you may have.
The same shit happened with that. There was a police officer, I think it was Washington, D.C. I can't remember where, but he was a police officer, got arrested by ICE for the same thing, for overstaying his visa. And now they pissed off that local PD and their union. So now they're fighting with ICE over this kind of shit. I mean, this is the complete fucking incompetence of when you have people named like big balls running shit. You know, like it's not going to be a well-oiled machine.
No, not at all, man. This is just, yeah, it's getting out of control. But like I said, that we told you guys, like Mike and I always said, nowhere in Project 2025 does it say except those that voted for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Because it's about white supremacy. That's all it's about. If you look other than what we look like, you're going to be a target of the state. And that's why it's so important for us looking the way that we look to actually be fucking saying something about these assholes. And this guy got played. And you know what the insane thing is? He probably doesn't regret his vote. And at some point, you just have to be like, okay, Darwin, have at
Oh my
thee.
God.
You know?
Who was there was a story of an Iranian couple. The wife got deported and the husband literally says, I still support Donald Trump. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dog?
Such pick-me energy.
I'm serious. Like,
there was a Mexican guy who was actually served in the military here undocumented. He got deported, and then his wife said the exact same thing. It's the fucking power of Kool-Aid, bro.
I swear these men would let Donald Trump sleep with their wives while they watched and told him how amazing he was in bed.
Absolutely.
I swear to God. These people are delusional sick. Like, Trump derangement syndrome is real, but they have
the Republicans. Yeah,
they have it.
Exactly. It's unbelievable.
Bad. Like, we just hate Donald Trump. Y'all worship him. Mm-hmm. Worship him. He can do no wrong. There is no line. You all have no moral compass. None. This Christian, shut the fuck up with this Christian stuff, okay? Because we obviously see what you mean by Christian. You mean white Christians. You pray to white Jesus, not like the real Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, totally different guy. You guys pray to Kenny G.
Yeah. It ain't the Jesus I grew up reading about in the Bible. That's for fucking sure.
Right?
Touch
you know
for
what I'm
Trump.
saying?
That's a good one, April.
And then you tell, oh my God, if you tell Trump supporters that Jesus wasn't white, holy shit, they freak out. It's just like they keep saying about Israel. Oh, yeah, it says in the Bible to protect Israel. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Israel was founded right after World War II. I'm pretty sure the Bible has been around since before that. So anyway, but again, if you voted for Donald Trump, like Latinos for Trump, blacks for Trump, women for Trump, you're all idiots.
The only demographic voting bloc that makes any sense to vote for Trump are felons for Trump, because they're the ones that are getting out of jail when they're rapists and pedophiles and terrorists, like all the January 6th groomers, lets them all out. And Trump is just letting them go do their thing. And now, guess what, everybody? They're living next door to us doing God knows what, wanking off to whoever they stole that day at the fucking kids' playground.
I know, right? This is pretty scary stuff. So, all right, moving on. Let's talk about Donald Trump. Let's get into it. We may as well. Before we talk about and play clips from today, I want to show you a post. This was from yesterday, and as soon as I saw this post, there was one word in this entire paragraph that just bothered me. Because, again, a lot of you guys know, because of my family, my mom born during World War II, orphaned, adopted, all that stuff. So my dad was in the military. I was into all things war movies, war history, stuff like that. There was one thing Adolf Hitler did, and that was, they called it the beautification of Berlin. See, when a lot of people don't understand why America thought that the Nazis were so amazing, and it had a lot to do with the Olympics in Germany. They spent because this is during the Great Depression, I believe. So they were spending tons of money in Germany just to make Berlin look like it was not subject to, you know what I mean? Like they were doing better than the rest of the world. Because it was worldwide, you know what I mean? Everybody was affected. But Germany, they made themselves propaganda. They made themselves look like they were advanced. They were a civilized nation, and everything was great and beautiful. And Donald Trump recently on Truth Social yesterday posted about the beautification of Washington, D.C. You guys know I like to point out the Nazi parallels with this administration, and they're all freaking there. And they're all there, from the Hitler posting by, Homeland Security's Twitter feed to stuff like this. It's just right in our faces if you look for it. You know what I mean? But the beautification is a very specific word. And that's pretty much the same thing Adolf Hitler did, like I said, in the years leading up to World War II. Spent a bunch of money on a grandiose Berlin, you know what I mean, to make everybody think that he was amazing and that Berlin was like the most amazing city in the world. And then, of course, we all know what happened after that. We're coming up on that. I don't think people realize how close we are to people dying in camps. I mean,
we're so close to it right now. It's already happening. I mean, there are people dying in ICE detention facilities. They are concentration camps, absolutely.
They are. And we don't. I still would like to know. I would definitely like to be more transparent where these people are going, where they're being transported to, because a lot of their own family members don't even know where they are.
Yeah, their lawyers can't even. It's insane. And the whole beautification thing, the thing that sucks about this is because liberals do this shit too. Here in California, they passed that law, 4118, I think. LA, not California. Well, in California, whatever. They passed 4118, which basically gives them the right to just bulldoze any of the encampments and just shove them off the street, which is exactly, as you're describing, what they did in Nazi Germany and elsewhere. And we see it all the time. It is the precursor to genocide. And same way that liberals wanted to back the blue, right? Well, guess what? The blue doesn't back you. The blue arrests you. That's what happened to all those lawmakers, in the Northeast, right? That one city council person.
Yep.
And we keep seeing this where liberals are just fucking digging their own grave, and we got to stop doing it and start calling them out for it.
I agree. I think I've come to realize that the Democrats are not the progressive party.
No, they're controlled opposition in its current form.
They are the centrists. Okay, we have the extreme right, and then we have the centrists, and then there's like 2 or 3 that are actually maybe considered to be progressive. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of them, they're all corporate funded politicians. They're all the same. I had faith in our government. I've lost a lot of faith in our government after this last election. Not so much the election itself. I lost faith in humanity at that point. But no, the fact that they did nothing. They did nothing to stop it. To get Donald Trump shouldn't even have been on the goddamn ballot.
No,
he stole classified fucking documents.
He betrayed America and the insurrection. Absolutely.
Yeah, and the insurrection. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't qualified the first time. And how do you to Trump supporters, Donald Trump was rated the worst president in U.S. history. How do you the only one who's actually worse is himself, I think, when it comes to ratings.
Oh,
you
my
know
God.
What I'm saying?
There's actually a moment where a reporter was talking about that. I can't remember. It was on some. I can't remember.
His approval
basically,
numbers.
He was saying, I think to one of the Trump puppets, it was like CNN or something, and they had fucking Scott Jennings or some dipshit that.
Yeah.
And then they were like, his approval rating, because he was like, he's doing better, he's doing all this stuff. And he's like, no, his approval ratings are actually lower than ever. The only president to have a lower approval rating than he does right now was in office the first time.
It's
true.
Crazy. But no, so we have a militarized zone now in Washington, D.C., which is absolutely insane. Donald Trump has, I guess, pulled it off. I don't know what to expect next. We're in uncharted territory here. Because here, I'll show you that this is what they put out today. This is his executive order declaring a state of emergency. A crime emergency. Real quickly, before we get into this, I pulled up what are the top 10 cities in the United States for crime. And guess what? Washington's not on it. Washington is not on it. You know what is, though? This is true. They did post this, and I can't believe this is true, but per 100,000 people, there's actually more murders in D.C. than there are Bogota, Colombia. I thought that was
That's insane.
Yeah, that's an interesting statistic. But overall, crime is down significantly. Across the United States, crime is down.
I think, in D.C.,
Yeah, the only time crime actually went up recently in D.C. is when Trump and his band of merry hoodlums went back into the White House.
Yep.
jumped up quite a bit.
Yeah, and there was with the crime statistics, this is the way it always is. And just like out here when they sent in the National Guard and all this other shit, Newsome and Bass just laid down on the carpet and took it. They just took it. And we're seeing the exact same thing from the DC mayor, not going to challenge it because they think that they'll lose in court or whatever. Fuck it. Do it anyways.
Yeah.
Stand up, block their fucking entrance, get off your fucking ass in your white ivory fucking tower of the mayor's mansion and get out there and put yourself between these fascists and the community. That's your fucking job.
Like the Democrats
from Texas. If you're not willing to do it, then resign.
Or, you know, risking getting arrested just to prevent their state from being gerrymandered. Just think outside the box. Like, there's ways to disrupt without, you know. But anyway, moving back to the crime rates, most of these are the top 10 here, cities in the United States. We got Memphis, which is a blue state. Tennessee's blue state. Missouri, blue state.
I'm
Michigan.
sorry, what? Tennessee is a blue state?
I'm sorry, red state. Red state. Yeah. Wrong color. Red state.
I did the math. 7 of these top 10 are red states.
7 out of top 10 are in Republican-led states.
Yep.
Okay, and D.C. is not one of them. I mean, Baltimore's on there. I mean, it's close, but it's not Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
So according to all these, everything that I've read, crime is down quite a bit in Washington, D.C. I've been there a couple times this year alone and walked the streets, dude. At no point did I feel unsafe. I'm sure there's certain neighborhoods where you're going to feel unsafe, but that's every single city in the United States.
Yep.
But the majority of Washington, D.C. is historical landmarks. You know what I'm saying? It's very clean. If you've never been to D.C., it's not a crime-ridden area. It's beautiful. Yeah. It's absolutely stunning.
And Trump was just saying the other day that L.A. is like a shithole. It's this, that, and the other. I mean, yes, it is. It sucks here. But more importantly, he's trying to say that it's just like this crime-ridden cesspool. I was just downtown over the week, and then I went to the beach, and I walked to Venice. Like, it's not anything remotely close, and at no point did I ever feel unsafe. I mean, granted, you know, as a guy, it's different for women, which always sucks. But the simple fact is that this crime apocalypse Judge Dredd scenario that we're supposed to have in LA doesn't fucking exist.
Right? That's actually pretty funny. All right, so going back to the declaring a crime emergency, everybody. Section 1. Crime is out of control in the District of Columbia.
Jesus Christ. It's just written by the biggest dipshits.
It is, isn't it, though? Let's go to number 2. Services at the Metropolitan Police Department of the District of Columbia. So he's taking control.
I guarantee you this is ChatGPT. They 100% ChatGPT.
It feels like ChatGPT.
100%.
So he goes over monitoring and recommendations. I wonder if they have anything.
Yeah, Fontucky says it right. They say, I have more fear of meeting a MAGA goon. 100% correct. Anytime there are 2 people that I don't feel safe around in public. Anyone with any MAGA gear and a fucking cop. Those are the 2 people I do not feel safe around in public.
I'm with you. I'm honestly with you there. Yeah, if I see somebody, honestly, I have to be careful these days because my mouth usually is the better of me, but I've found myself being more and more enraged lately, and sometimes I worry because I have one of those brains that doesn't shut off, so I've played out like endless scenarios of everything you could possibly imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like just seeing people, like my next door neighbor, Trump sign in his front yard. I'm just like, oh my God. It just makes my blood boil. After all of this, how can you possibly still justify supporting this? Is it still just the own the libs?
Probably.
Is it the Doge stimulus checks? Is it the tariff rebate checks? Like, what is it? Because we don't get it anymore. We've honestly, I thought at this point, most of the Trump supporters would be like, I didn't vote for this. Like after the Medicaid cuts, because we all know most of the people and food stamps, because we know red states and poor white people are the largest demographic on public assistance. Okay?
Yep.
Nobody else. White people are the ones that suck up all the public assistance in this country. Us.
And to be fair, there was a poll came out, I think it was yesterday or maybe it was today, showing that Trump voters, I think something like 12% of them do regret their vote and would have voted otherwise. And then I think like 6 to 7 would have voted third party, and another single digit would have, just not voted at all. So you're looking at almost 20% of his own base. So it is happening, but it has to be captured. We actually have to go in there, and we have to give people a reason to fucking vote, and not just this mealy-mouthed horse shit performative crap like what Schiff and Booker and all these other liberals do.
And again, I don't care. We'll never be friends, Trump supporters. We'll never be friends. We'll never forgive you. We'll never forget. I don't care at this point. I would prefer you just didn't vote, because obviously you're too goddamn dumb to get involved in, doing your civic duty. Either that, or they need to start seriously thinking about giving people like some kind of IQ test before you're allowed to vote in this country. Because think about it, that's like the one thing you're allowed to do in this country, no matter what. The only qualification you need is to be 18 and a legal U.S. resident. That is it. It's a big responsibility, and obviously we can't handle it. But somebody said about protesting in D.C. Amanda was down there today and was telling me about it. So just so you guys know, this is why I want to go down, okay? I want to be on the front lines of this. I have to be there, not to protest necessarily, but I want to be there to document it all. Think of me as like I don't even know how to, like, whatever. Just think of me. I don't want to just be like a streamer or whatever. I would be actually like documenting it, being serious about this. Like, I feel like this is important. This is historical. Nothing like this has ever happened before, and D.C. is not that far away from me, so it'd be a shame for me not to be able to go down there. But just so you guys know, immediately people got out in the streets. We're not afraid. We're not afraid. We've seen Donald Trump make threat after threat after threat, and for the most part, he keeps backing down. We see ICE is struggling to hire people. They would not be giving out $50,000 sign-on bonuses and student loan forgiveness, something they took away from a lot of Americans that Biden was giving out. But if you join the Gestapo, you can have your student loans free. They're not giving out all those extra shit, because they hate socialism. They hate handouts. So they're desperate
struggling to meet their quotas too. They're not.
Well, they also lowered the age to sign up to 18 from 21. Donald Trump is actually talking about making it lower. So now we're talking about the Hitler Youth at this point. And you can be as old as shit. And apparently there's no cap anymore to work for ICE. So I guess when Medicaid and Medicare runs out, these old people, these old boomers are going to need a place to work. A bunch of 80-year-olds. Come here, sonny.
Did you see that Dean Kane, the
yes,
signed up? Yes. And he looks like dog shit. My God. All
he
like
does, man. He come on his gear, just like belly.
It's like, dude, you did not age. You didn't age gracefully, physically or mentally, and all of the shows right now.
You know what's funny to me? Everybody, Donald Trump and all them are making a big deal out of D. Kane. They had him on Fox News, and Gen Z's are like,
who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck is Dean Kane?
It's weird, yeah.
He was never relevant, man, ever. He was minimally popular on a very bad Superman TV show, and that's it. I cannot name a single movie that he has ever done, been in, written, directed, ever.
And it's so funny because he doesn't, like, in all the clips that there are of him, it's all like pro-immigrant shit. Like, because Superman is an alien, he's an immigrant, a refugee.
He's quite literally an illegal alien.
Yeah. I wonder when he flipped that switch. Like, was the whole time that he's reading the scripts in his trailer like, I can get immigrants, I can't get that again. Oh, they're paying me $50 million. Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah. That's why the outrage over Superman movie was hilarious. So stupid, like, Superman's gone woke.
He always was.
What?
They did the same thing with X-Men. It's like, bro.
I know every movie's woke, dude. Every movie's woke. Barbie was woke. Like, oh my God, just stop.
Everything computer, everything woke.
Everything computer. Oh, snap. Donald Trump's website crashed. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's not a shocker. It happens like every 5 seconds. This is garbage. All right, let's get back to let's get to some of these videos here. But I want to show you guys the protest real quick. Here you go.
Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Protect home rule! Protect home
see more fighting to get the Epstein files released on the streets than you do from Democrats. You know?
Because Trump is trying to take over D.C. He's having a press conference, and he wants to assert more of his authority over.
They already got shirts made. That's crazy.
Yeah. Good branding. Smart.
He can't have it. He can't have it. Trump can't have it. Trump can't have it. D.C. is our home.
The Derp of Earl.
We are just some of the hundreds of thousands of people who live here in D.C.
Oh my
Our
God.
community.
Dean Kane does look like Wayne Newton.
The comments are lighting up right now, dude. This is amazing.
This is so good. When is the rest of America going to wake up? Cecilia, we don't know. I think there's a lot more going on than we know. We are in an age of information suppression. Absolutely. We have almost no corporate coverage of it, or it's a completely washed down version. Midas Touch is doing a good job of picking this stuff up, and a lot of the other independent ones are doing a pretty good job as well. A lot of left-wing influence. This war is going to be won on social media. You know what I mean? That's the only way we can get the word out at this point, and it's unfortunate that we have to be creative. But again, I think there's a lot more going on than we're even aware of. So
the fact that some
don't lose
20% of MAGA voters are regretting their vote, either to vote entirely for Democrats instead or third party or not at all, whatever, that's a big number for considering how culty these people are.
Bro, this question. Oh my God.
I don't think so.
Allegedly, the first time that Donald Trump slept with Melania, though, was on Epstein's plane.
Yeah, but she was of age at that point, right? Like, she would have been too old for
Well,
Epstein,
yeah,
I would
but
think.
you know, yeah. She would have been of age, but still, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't either.
Did you guys? Oh, apparently Donald Trump had the hots for Princess Diana.
That's right. God, talk about shooting above your weight class. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, that's insane.
She snubbed him, I think, if I remember right. I remember
She
something
did.
about that
He tried
story.
to play it off like it was no big deal, and he wasn't
he,
really
like,
that
walked
into
away.
her. According to people that were close to her, he was like love bombing the shit out of her, like sending her flowers and calling her and blah.
Before sliding into your DMs was a thing, you just send flowers.
Oh, that's what it was. Him and Epstein were actually in competition to try and see who could have sex with her. That's what it was.
I think I remember something like that. Yeah, that's insane.
They called it excuse my language, but this is from Robert Wolf, the actual guy who wrote about and spent time with Epstein. They called it the Pussy Committee, I believe it was.
Jesus Christ.
And that's what they did. They talked about like different women they wanted to sleep. And Princess Diana was apparently in the crosshairs of 2 different pedophiles.
The Pussy Committee, though,
Jesus.
it's just like such frat bros that never actually talk to women. It just has that energy. Everything that
does.
they do, everything that Trump does. I mean, granted, he does talk to women and he creeps them the fuck out. And the only way he can get them is with his fucking money.
Mhm.
But it's just such, it's such fucking. I don't mean this derogatorily, but it's fucking autistic behavior. Like, it's just asocial, bizarre, fucking weird behavior.
It is, truly. So let's get into some of the videos. I have some videos, and then we'll go over some of Donald Trump's posts. Just so you guys know, after he announced that he's taking over D.C., he also announced that gold will not be tariffed.
Oh, yeah.
Shocker!
Yeah. What a surprise.
So that's
I
what
love gold! There it is. It's right
I
there.
lost my genitalia in an unfortunate
Smelting
accident. My buddy used to quote that movie all the time.
There's got to be a way to twist that way. There are 2 things I can't stand, gold member. People who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch. There's got to be a way to work that in with like a Trump edit. I don't know what you would say. 2 things I can't tolerate. Fascists and pedophile. I don't fucking know.
Right, we'll work on it. So, all right, here is Donald Trump. First, I just want to play this clip because he's meeting with Putin. We all know that.
Yeah.
But he seems to think he's meeting Putin in Russia. Does he think Alaska is part of Russia?
His brain is just fucking. His brain is just 3-day-old
He
scrambled.
can't be
Like,
that
that's just what
stupid,
it
man.
is.
He can't be.
Yeah.
But here's this clip.
Emergency. And it's embarrassing for me to be up here. You know, I'm going to see Putin. I'm going to Russia on Friday. I don't like
There
being
it
up here
is.
talking about how unsafe and how dirty and disgusting this once beautiful capital was.
The outro
It makes it
farce.
so good, man. It makes it
Every
so
time.
good.
Every time.
So he seems to think he's going to Russia. I don't know. Maybe Putin lied to him. Was like, "Oh yeah, I did. Maybe you didn't know this, but yeah, Alaska's
I actually
ours."
own Alaska. Yeah.
Did you guys know this in history class in Russia? They actually teach that Alaska belongs to Russia.
Yeah, it was bought, I
Some
think,
crazy
from
shit
in
like that, man.
1900s. I just saw that. Yeah, I can't remember.
That's nuts. That's nuts. But here, could somebody Google this for me? Maybe I could Google it real quick. But how short is Kash Patel? Dude, he looks like an
What a
Oompa Loompa.
creep.
Bro,
Oh
look
my
at this
God.
guy.
Please
Just
tell
look
me
at
you
him.
have the video.
I have it's a short clip. It's like 14 seconds long. But watch. I know it is. Yeah, first they're methed out of their brains, man.
Yeah, he just has constant raver eyes. Holy shit. Okay.
He does. But look how short he is compared to Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump. It's almost comical.
Our children, and the murder rates
Sure.
are plummeting. We are now able to report
Tiny
that the
little
murder
guy.
rate
The kids
is on
in
track
the
to be
adult
the
table.
lowest in U.S.
a little
history,
guy.
in modern recorded U.S. history. Thanks
He
to this
forgot to
team
put his
behind me,
lifts in
President
his
Trump's
shoes like
priorities.
his
Yeah.
homies back there.
Wait, but you don't have the video of him like standing, like when he first comes out standing, because he's
No,
just
he's
like, he's.
His eyes bugging out of his head.
Can
The
you?
memes on
Why can't these
Twitter
people
are
act
hilarious.
normal? If it's not Kash Patel like this, it's Donald Trump like leaning forward every time he's
I know.
doing this shit. And then why? And then you've got what's his name, Ron DeSantis, standing like a fucking Build-A-Bear.
Yeah.
What is wrong with these goddamn people?
None of them are normal. They just can't
I
like.
don't
They don't
get it.
fit into society. It's just weird.
Yeah.
They're strange people, all strange people. But anyway, here's Donald Trump making his big announcement. I actually
Cash.
titled this video "Fuck this bitch." I hate this guy.
And we're here for a very serious purpose.
There he
very
is.
serious
Oh,
purpose.
God,
Something's out of control, but we're going to put it in control very quickly. Like
All
we
you
did
see
on
is the
southern
whites of
border.
Kash Patel's
No
eyes.
pupils,
to-
not at all.
Rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back. Under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States, I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct
This is perfectly timed.
federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening, and they've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help
What
reestablish
works so good is it
law,
looks
order, and
like
public
they're
safety
hearing it.
Right?
Look
in
at
Washington,
what's her
D.C.,
name, Caroline
and they're gonna
Levitt.
be allowed
and
to do
Pete
their
Hegseth.
job properly.
They look like they're hearing it.
And you people are
When's
victims
the next
of it
one?
too.
Hold on,
You
watch
know,
your
you're
reaction.
reporters, and I understand a lot of you tend to be on the liberal side, but you don't want to get mugged
God.
and raped and shot and killed. And you all know people and friends of yours that happened.
See, look at Carolyn. Did you see that? Carolyn Levitt, like, it was the perfect, like, I don't know
I
if
didn't
that's
notice
something
that
you're doing.
Pete Hegseth's eyes kept darting over.
It
That is
does.
hilarious. I'm
That's why
crying,
it works
dude.
so
I'm
well, because
crying
it looks
right
like
now.
they're in on it.
That's hilarious. I couldn't take it, dude. I just had to add something funny to it, just because I'm losing my mind over here. But no, so yeah, that's they're taking over, and nobody wants to be raped and murdered and crimed on.
Yeah, we don't want to be in the crimes. Right, dude. Jesus.
Yeah, so
Oh, that was
Again.
Pam Bondi, not Carolyn Levitt. I fucking can't tell these bobblehead Barbies
they all look
apart.
the same, right?
Yeah.
All these white women look the same.
I can just tell Janine Pirro because she has like a wine stink on her. You know, like in cartoons, they draw like stink lines. That's what
Yeah.
I see every time I see her.
I wonder if I can pull up a pit. No, I'm not going to look right now. I'm going to find you a picture. I'm going to show you a picture of some of the MAGA women on TikTok. I'm telling you, man,
God.
it's hilarious.
I'm
They look
scared.
like Donald Trump because you know Donald Trump like has no makeup on his ears, orange face, but then doesn't put any makeup. He puts goggles on before he pancakes
his-
the
yeah.
shit on his face.
Oh God.
Oh, it's so bad. All right. Anyway, I'm losing it. Okay. All right, so last clip I have here, just so on a serious note, just so you guys know, DC is a trial run. Mike and I are going to be talking about this more tomorrow. DC is
agree.
a test case. Okay,
Well, it started in LA, so this is the next phase of it all, right?
Right. So he wanted to see how far he can push with the protesters and ICE. He's getting minimal pushback from the Democrats and pretty much everybody except for the people. People of this country are the only ones standing up for the rights of other people. Our government has completely abandoned us. But then D.C., this martial law, putting military on the streets for no reason whatsoever, is basically them just testing if they can get away with it. And if they do, it will be in other cities very, very soon. And here, just so you hear right out of this dipshit's mouth, here he is threatening other cities right away.
And we're going to have the same thing here. But then I'm going to look at New York in a little while. Let's do this. Let's do this
Good
together.
luck with that.
Let's see. It's going to go
New
pretty
York?
quickly.
Dipshit.
And if we need to, we're going to do the same thing in Chicago,
Where's the
which
farts?
is a disaster. We have a mayor there who's totally incompetent. He's an incompetent man.
Hey, Mike.
And we have an incompetent governor there.
Yo, Mike.
Pritzker's an incompetent. His family threw him out of the business, and he ran for governor. And now I understand he wants to be
billionaire.
president. But I noticed
He's
he
a real
lost a little
billionaire.
weight, so maybe he has a chance. You know, you never know what happens. But Pritzker's a gross incompetent guy, thrown out of the family business. But when I
Again,
look at
he's a billionaire.
Chicago and I look at L.A., if we didn't go to L.A. 3 months ago, L.A. would be burning like the part that didn't burn. If he would have allowed the water to come down, which I told him about in my first term. I said,
Oh my
problems. Let it
God,
back
he's
the
water.
talking
we
about
actually
the
sent in our
giant
military to have the water
faucet.
come down into L.A. They still didn't want it to come down after the fires, but that was it. We have it coming down.
All
But
right, so
hopefully, L.A. is watching. That mayor.
for
also,
anybody that doesn't know what
the
the hell is
city's burning.
Psycho's talking about, during the LA fires, he claims he sent in, and I have the video somewhere, that there's a giant faucet up north somewhere.
Yeah, it's at a
Mike and I have
reservoir.
determined that we think that when Donald Trump sees a map hanging on a wall on a flat surface, that he automatically thinks water runs from the top to the bottom. So he thought seriously that he sent the military in to turn on a faucet so all the water could come down. I feel like such a fucking idiot telling this story right now. The president of the United States, though, and he once thanked for, he's mad because nobody thanked him for turning on the water faucet.
He thinks he
To
can
save
just Sharpie his
California.
way out of it. Yeah.
Right, that's what me and Mike said. Like, this is just another weather map Sharpie incident all over again.
But yeah, that's exactly what it is. Good God.
Oh my God, dude. I'm glad we were able to laugh through a lot of this episode because today had me a little worried. And in all reality, and I know some people out there on the left are not big into guns, but now's a good time to start protecting yourself because the Second Amendment's going to go next.
Yeah.
For
Get your
y'all
guns,
think we're
everybody.
crazy, especially you MAGAs out there. A dictator cannot have a population with the ability to overthrow him. That's like one of the rules, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So he has to somehow disarm the country. I don't know if that's even possible at this point, but I'm not telling you to obviously do anything violent, but don't be a victim at the
Yeah,
same
it's not
time.
Don't
Don't be
it's
stupid.
not about violence. It's about preparation to defend yourself and your home from these Gestapo.
Yeah, we have a firearm in the house, and so again, just be smart. If you go to protests, again, make sure you turn all of your biometric stuff off, passcode only.
100%.
Mask up if
Carry
you want.
mace, mask up. Yep.
At this point, my face is all over the internet, so it's no point in me masking up anymore. I'm probably on some kind of watch list already. I've accepted the fact that I'll probably end up in jail at some point this year. I accepted that, actually, the first protest I went to. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably going to jail. So something stupid's going to happen this year, but hopefully not. Again, hopefully not. I'm not going out to cause problems. I'm going to try and document it all and participate, be part of history. I'm going to be on the right side of history. That's the nice thing, that we'll never have to be ashamed of who we voted for.
Yep.
Ever. You know what I mean? Because think about this: Trump supporters are going to go away eventually. It may, at this point, a lot of them are never going away, but they're not going to go away and tell us they went away. You know what I mean? They're not going to be as bold as they've been on social media when they realize, oh boy, this was my fault. They're going to go away very, very quietly, and we cannot allow them, because this is the mistake America made after the Civil War. This is the mistake America made after we beat Nazi Germany. We did not appropriately treat the people involved. We did not treat them accordingly.
Yep, and
we
that's
let them
why,
just move back into society.
Yeah, and that's
like
why
nothing ever happened.
It's so crucial that all these Democrats that are positioning themselves, these little soft-brained dipshits like, again, Newsome, Booker, now Pete Hegseth, couldn't even give a straight answer on Israel, just the biggest fucking word salad that you couldn't solve with an entire aisle of forks from Home Depot. They sell forks at Home Depot? Walmart. Let's go with Walmart instead. But like
Depot.
These people will give the stupidest fucking answers, and they are not ready to meet this moment. They are not going to handle it. They are not going to beat back this fascism, because the last thing that's going to work is get another 4-year piecemeal centrist Democrat, and then a Republican gets in charge, and then they just destroy everything again. So we have to kneecap these people, and yes, it's time for a fucking purity test.
Oh my god!
And the purity test is just be anti-fascism. That's really fucking it. It's so simple.
Not that hard. Yeah, typically, well, but again, we have to treat these people accordingly. We cannot let them forget. We cannot let them just we can never let them live it down. Yeah. So future generations will be embarrassed to even be associated with somebody that supported Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, future generations, future family members of Trump supporters need to be like, I cannot believe my family ever supported that. Like, that's how this needs to end. But at the same time, like, I said this the other day, if we get rid of Donald Trump, if we get rid of J.D. Vance, if we get rid of Mike Johnson, if we get rid of all the Republicans, we still have all the AIPAC corporate-funded Democrats. We still have the same corrupt, broken system. So at this point, let Donald Trump burn it to the ground, and we'll just build something better and stronger afterwards.
Who needs enemies when you got friends like the AIPAC Democrats?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it is truly Israel first in this country. It truly is all about Israel.
They've made it very clear. Yep.
You can
can't condemn Israel with all the actual Americans they killed. Shireen Abu Akleh, and then there was another guy recently killed by a settler terrorist.
They just killed 4 journalists. The remaining Al Jazeera journalists were murdered. So it's read the room, Democrats. Okay, the entire world is turning against Israel. Are we going to be the last ones to support them, or are we going to just finally, cut ties and let them sink or swim?
And I do see a lot of people in the chat right now talking about Katie Porter. Yes, she does a lot of great things, but please don't lose sight of the big picture. Katie Porter is a Zionist, and she is backed by AIPAC. She supports Israel. She said as much. So I understand her appeal. Believe me, I do. When you see someone as smart as her take it to the Republicans in any kind of verbal debate, that's awesome. But if they're going to support sending bombs to kill children instead of, giving us fucking housing and education, we have to draw the line there. I just have to say it, Chad. I just got to say it. I got to check. I got to be that guy. I got to check you all. I got to check y'all.
AIPAC tracker is bookmarked in my web browser now. I check that all the time. And don't forget, speaking bad about Israel is now going to be they're going to make it illegal. Yeah. They're going to say anytime you say anything bad about Israel, or if you are pro-Palestine, you're going to be considered Hamas. Or part of the Hamas support network, and they're going to say you're
the Hamas support network.
Please
tune in today for the Hamas support network.
It sounds like
today we will be building a bomb. What you do is you go under your kitchen cabinet. All right. You're just going to take it down if I go further.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, that's all we have for today. I actually forgot to cover one story. We'll talk about it tomorrow. It was the guy that shot up the CDC because he thought the COVID vaccine made him sick.
I got time. Let's do it real quick.
Oh, no, we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm all trumped up. Okay. Yeah, I'm. But no, stupidity is deadly, folks. Stupidity is deadly in America.
Yes, it is.
It truly is. And we
And
have
it's
some
not
of the-
deadly for the stupid people. It's deadly for the people around the stupid people. The stupid people never do shit to hurt themselves. They just take everyone else that's not stupid down with them.
Yeah.
Stupid people, if you're going to be stupid, take it out on yourself. Leave us out of it.
I don't leave us out of it. Like,
Fuck out of it.
oh my God. So yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back on tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Mike and I doing another episode, breaking down all the stuff that's going on. We're going to keep an eye on the protests as well. Don't forget, again, I am trying to go. I want to be in D.C. by Wednesday. If you guys are able to help me out, I put my Cash App. It's the fastest way to get money to me for this trip. GoFundMe takes a few days for it to clear and all that stuff, and I don't want to wait any longer than I have to. I got to be on the front lines. I want to live stream this whole thing, so if you guys want to see what's happening in D.C., unfiltered and without the corporate washdown, please help us out. We would greatly appreciate it. This is, it's a historic event. Unfortunately, it's not something happy. It's just more
it's not a
misery
fucking
with these-
quinceanera. This is very different. But hey,
No.
this is what we're going to look back on and be, they say,
Right.
what would you do in 1930s Germany to fight fascism? That's what we're going to be doing right now.
No, exactly. And stay tuned. A lot of big things coming. Love you guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. Keep your heads up. Okay, the fight is not over. Who's going to be Carlos? You'll be in D.C. Carlos Alvarez
there you go.
Arenas. Yes, thank you. All right, I didn't know you were in here, Carlos. You just said what's up. Yeah, I'm trying to get there, buddy. If I manage to get there, I will hit you up. So far, I think we've raised like $100 so far, which is great because I just put the message out today. So I'm hoping Wednesday early morning I'll be down in DC live streaming. So keep an eye out for that, guys. I'm charging my equipment as we speak, and I hope to be able to bring you guys the coverage because we're not going to get the truth through corporate media, through the Trump administration, obviously. We're just not. We know that now, and it's up to us to spread the truth and bring it to you as open as much as possible, hopefully. So I hope to see you guys Wednesday. I'll definitely see you tomorrow. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Cheers.